Yo, top billing to ya. Man, how often did we talk about this, right, when I'm doing Clemson and Georgia coverage up here on the channel the past couple of years? Both of these fan bases would jump on each other's content, challenging each other, and you can't do this and you can't do that. You ain't playing nobody. You ain't beat nobody and all this and that. Now that bad boy is here super quick. Your man Brett McMurphy at thestadium.com is reporting that Clemson and Georgia will play each other September 4th, I believe, next season. Not this coming up season, but the following season. So September 2021. That's going to be off the chain, right? Well, first and foremost, these are the two of the most elite programs in the country. And these are two teams that you would have to say talent-wise, in 2021, you're going to see a ton of young talent come to fruition. You think about Georgia's freshman class from this year and the sophomore class from the previous season. So I'm talking about guys like Nolan Smith, N'Kobe Dean, and cats like that. And then you think about a lot of the guys from Clemson, right? So Clemson's on this recruiting juggernaut thing too, right? So this is funny though, right? So remember when people went maybe 4 or 5 months ago talking about, Clemson with the greatest recruiting class of all time and this and that. And I'm telling people like, man, you guys got to hold your horses. You don't understand how recruiting works. There's a lot of time. You just never know what can happen, right? So Clemson goes from having the greatest recruiting class, right, of all time to not even having the number one recruiting class. And that would be the University of Georgia, still with the number one class. It's just a recruiting conglomerate like you wouldn't believe. These guys do not quit. Right, they're too legit to quit on the recruiting trail. I don't see a team out there that is a better recruiting outfit than the University of Georgia. First and foremost, because University of Georgia wants to be the number one recruiting outfit, and these guys are relentless. Right, take it from me, who've been around kids who've been recruited by this staff. These guys do not quit. So I see Clemson starting to hone in on different kind of kids, right? Really putting it out there, really putting themselves out there in a different fashion than we've seen before. And, of course, the success from the national title games, high-profile cats like Trevor Lawrence, that makes, to me, them a recruiting conglomerate. But, shit, do they even really need it? Do they, right? I'm not talking about the schedule and all that you guys want to harp on because the teams are talented enough to still have beaten Texas A&M and Auburn and Alabama and Ohio State and all this shit the last few years or whatever like that. So the talent is there regardless of one game or even one half, really, if you think about it. These guys are absolutely loaded with guys. And think about it coming up with guys like Andrew Booth. I think, right, we don't know who Andrew Booth is. Most of you guys don't know who he is, but you will know him in 2021 because you will know him this coming season as well. DJ Uiagalelei, right, at quarterback, or Tyson Pumakan or whatever, if he stays, right, he probably a transfer type, but they have weapons there. And I would think in 2021, that would have been a Chase Bryce coming out party. He could have got to go against the school that he grew up rooting for, but he chose to go to Duke, so congrats to him on that, man, with your man, Coach Cutcliffe, who's tutored a ton of great NFL quarterbacks, right, so man, I'm excited, beaming from ear to ear with that one. I love to see these type of matchups, these elite teams from different conferences face off with each other. So obviously, I know what you guys are going to do. Y'all going to be coming in here saying this team sucks, that team sucks, or whatever like that. But I just want you to talk about some of the kids you think we'll be seeing in 2021 between these two teams. Finally, Travis Etienne's old ass will be gone, so we won't see him at the running back position. But your man Bowman will be there, right? That's going to be hard. Lynn J. Dixon could probably still be there as a senior running back. For Georgia, you'll have Kenny McIntosh, and no matter who, telling who they come up with, man. But beyond that, a Kendall Milton and some of these young cats that they got. We already talked about the quarterback. The quarterback position for Georgia could be very interesting, right? You're going to have a one-year rental this year. Next season could possibly be a true freshman starting, right? So it could be like a Brock Vandagriff versus a DJ Uiagalelei. At the receiver position, a junior George Pickens going against Frank Lasson and Nagata and those guys, right? Think about all the receivers that Clemson has at its disposal. And then we're talking about the defensive people, man. We're Brian Brzee, Miles Murphy, perhaps maybe Xavier Thomas. I would expect him to take up a great leap in production this season, so maybe he goes on and goes to the NFL, but he could possibly be there. KJ Henry needs to do something, or he could possibly be there as well. He's looking major bust-tastic to me though, right? So don't know about KJ Henry, but just a ton of guys. Tyler Davis, and you could possibly have like maybe a Jordan Davis. I would expect him to leave from Georgia. Just going off the top of the dome here, so don't be like, oh, you left off this guy, whatever. Just spitting off the top of the dome here, right? Never know. A cat like Adam Anderson could still be around. If he doesn't transfer on the back end. Man, Lewis Cine in his junior season for the University of Georgia. Just an endless loads of talent. So tell me some of the guys that you're looking for in the 2021 season who could be balling out in this particular matchup between Georgia and Clemson. So it should be pretty fun. So spit your game, talk your shit, like they say at the boxing voice, and do your thing right there. All right. So let me know, man. This could be pretty fun. And it is here. We were talking about that bad boy, not really this past season, but the season before, when I was doing more of that Clemson content. And here it is. There it is. So, besides the future games that they already had, I think in like 2070, they'll get one coming up very soon. So that's going to be hard, right? But, man, as always, man, keep it locked, man. And tell these dumbass, hating, stupid, imitating, top billing people, man, to kick rocks. This is the best place. And y'all know that. Often imitated, but it can never be duplicated. You can't duplicate the style or the substance. And you know that is the case, right? So with that being said, it's your boy Murf, the Underground King, top billing sports, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top billing.